on? That's what I asked. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, good Shabbos. For those who are still wandering about, that's great. We're going to commence anyways. We can wander if we like, because we're wandering Jews. But let's sing, Cantor.
Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Chiri, biri, biri, bim. Bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Chiri, biri, biri, bim. Bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. My Hayom, what makes this day so beautiful? Shabbat Shalom, the peace of Shabbat. We're on page 1 in your Sidurim. I believe this is song number 2. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach, and may you be blessed. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Candles burn in the window every Friday night. Listen close and look within. Be part of our light. We're singing together joyfully, passing love along. Shabbat keeps our family. Week by week, we're growing strong. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Page 2. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, ne Shabbat nekavla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. umevorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, umevorach. Shabbat shalom.
And now on page 2, we find our candle blessing. And we're going to invite our host for our Oneg Shabbat. We invite Naomi Carpio to join us on the Bima. And is there anyone who's special, who has a special birthday right now that you're oh, really? Come on up together, because this is your time.
What?
And you know what? Cantor, there may be some others celebrating birthdays in the month of September too, right?
I think we do have another child, at least one more child in the congregation.
And usually we invite our birthday blessing celebration moment to be when we take the Torah out. But knowing that we may have some children that might be getting a little tired a little bit later, we thought we'd invite up the littlest ones to come on up now if you have September birthdays. Who's got a birthday in September? All right, Doug, you can come on up too. Come on up. All right. So, Naomi, we've got a crowd to surround you with our candle blessing.
Ooh, nice.
To welcome this Shabbat that ends the month of Tishrei. Come on up.
What is Shabbat? Shabbat is a special day of the week. On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are busy learning, working, growing, playing, and building. Shabbat begins Friday at sunset. On Shabbat, we create a special day to share with family and friends. We create it with candles and challah, wine and song, Torah and prayer. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Boundless are you, Eternal One, our God, sovereign of all time and space. You make us holy through your mitzvot and command us to light these Shabbat candles. May our hearts be filled, our spirits refreshed as we light the Shabbat candles.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. And now for each of us celebrating a September birthday, come on over this way. Just right over here in front of our ark. Because we've got birthdays that span from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur this month. Literally.
That's true.
What's your birthday? September 1st. Wow, every holiday is covered. We've got Labor Day, Rosh Hashanah. Elliot, your birthday is Rosh Hashanah, right?
Yes, it is.
And we've got a Yom Kippur's birthday right here, right? And Olivia, what day is your birthday? The 26th? Wow. And Doug, yours is?
Day before her.
The 25th. We've got everything covered. Anybody else got a September birthday? Going once? Going twice? All right, we'll get yours later. For each one of you, may your birthdays, which already happened, but for everybody else, since you know what it's like, be just a time of wonderful joy. A first birthday, and Elliot, yours is not a first birthday. He's got a special birthday, but it's not a first birthday. He's had a lot of them before.
It's his 21st birthday.
59 before.
I wasn't going to say that, but he said he's got 49 before. And if you want to guess with him, that's very accurate. And Doug, you've got how many before?
I'm close to him.
You're close to him. You guys, we got the old guys in the back, and we got the young ones up front. May each of your birthdays, and yours which was, be times of joy and celebration, looking back at the years that were, looking ahead of the time that will be, and may you most especially get everything you want for your birthday.
Ooh, nice.
Whatever it is that you want, may it be yours. If that's the case, let everyone here say,
Amen.
And we sing a special song today. Yom Holedet Sameach, Yom Holedet Sameach, Yom Holedet Sameach, Yom Holedet Sameach. Can I have one of these from you? Happy birthdays.
Happy birthdays to all of you. Mazal tov.
And we'll go back to
High five, Lorenzo. All right. Mwah. Mazel tov. Mwah.
old man.
Mazel tov.
Where's yours? What year's yours? What year did you use here? Right behind us.
All right. There you go.
May we only know joy in this new year, and how wonderful to begin this Shabbat weekend of the close of the month of Elul with only joys in our congregational family. May we find this be a year which includes month after month of celebrations and achievements, of young growing, and of our years being reflecting only achievement and meaning. And now we continue on page 3. We invite us all to rise as we continue in prayer with the Baruch Hu.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'ora'o ma'ari ba'avim.
Page 3 on the left-hand side, we join together. Or we continue responsively. Your world is like a puzzle. God and all the pieces fit together. The sun lights up the earth by day. Icy winds, not in our neck of the woods, make us shiver in winter.
Gentle winds cool us in summer.
Red and brown leaves crunch beneath us in fall.
Flowers smell sweet in the spring.
Your world is like a puzzle, dear God, and all the pieces fit together. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. And we continue as we turn the page. We thank you, God, for the world around us. We thank God for the sun and the stars. We thank God for giving us the Torah. We thank God for family and friends. When we say Shema, we are saying, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now we invite all of our children who are up to grade 3-ish. If you want to be a little bit more-ish, you can come on up. And the cantor needs you because he can't sing the Shema without you.
Because I can't sing Shema without you.
All of our up to grade 3-ish surround the cantor with song and love, especially the love. Come on up.
Come on up.
Come on up.
I'm not going to stop you.
Come on up. We need. Come on up.
Stand up.
Surround the cantor. Surround the cantor.
We're going to close our eyes and we're going to look for that peace of God that lives inside each one of us. And then we're going to pray. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You can all be seated, and you all are going to sing Love Adonai your God. Ready? Ve'ahavta. Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol, between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts, of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, and upon your gates. And we do all this so that we can teach them faithfully to how? When you sit in your house, and when else? When you walk by the way, and when else? When you lie down, and when you rise. When you rise. When you rise. Shabbat Shalom. Go sit down with your families. Good job. Go sit down. Come on. Come on, Grayson. I'll take you. Let's go. Stand up. Oh, it's so hard to stand up at your age. Okay. It's your advanced years. Okay. Talk to Ellen.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit later, I think. There'll be another discussion about that exact moment later in our service. Right now, page 6. Page 6. Let's all join together in the top right-hand side. We feel deep in our hearts that you are our God and that we are your people. You have rescued us in times gone by, giving us the strength and purpose to overcome all enemies and troubles. When you brought our ancestors out of Egypt, they felt your presence leading them on their way. They gladly accepted your rule and together sang to you this song.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, oseh מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש.
And so we got out of Egypt. God took us out, led us to the waters, to the mountain, and brought us to a land to call our own. And God gave us a Torah, which gives us instruction, and God let us come together as a people. And so tonight, on page 7, we offer our prayers for God being with us even now and even here. And we offer our prayer for remembrance of Shabbat, that our task is not only to have Shabbat take care of us, but for us to take care of Shabbat. Hashkivenu v'shamru.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Ve'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Amen. 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 Baruch atah Adonai haporeh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporeh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם. ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. שבת, שבת ויהי נפש. שבת, שבת ויהי נפש.
page 8. We rise for the tefillah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נובלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. We continue, each of us, with our own personal and private prayers, continuing perhaps to page 10 or wherever we might wish to look. And when we are concluded with our prayers, we may be seated.
שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
And so on this final Shabbat of the year, next time we gather for Shabbat, it'll be 5779. And you know, when we gathered for Shabbat each week of this year, and admittedly I've been with you for these months of this year, but knowing that, looking back on this Shabbat a year ago, how much has changed and evolved in the synagogue. When it was the end of 5777, it was so hard to say goodbye to a year with 3 sevens, but we had to do it. There were those who were ill and those about whom we were concerned, those who recovered and those who have continued to have medical concerns, and those who were lost and those who were remembered, and those who are well. And our prayers for healing continue, perhaps as that ongoing salve, that reminder that the seasons turn, our lives revolve. We get over the little things and sometimes the big things, and we look back and we realize that this is what it means to be part of a community, what it means to be human, what it means to be alive. So we can look back and see year after year our blessings and our hurts, our getting ill, and with God's blessing are getting well. And so on this Shabbat, ponderously we remember and we think about those who at this season, at this time, this year, are with illness, injury, recovering from or facing a procedure. And we bring them to mind, and I would invite you to, should you have a name to mention for our Misha Berach prayer, please rise and offer the names that close us here and fill our hearts. Gail.
Julie Taus, Donnie Paquin, Pam Tarlow, Sheila Weiss, Tamar Davidson, Pat and Cyril Wade, Ramel Cinco.
For each, we offer our prayer of healing, the Misha Berach, found on page 11.
Of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, whose healing presence is with all of those in need. And we all say,
Amen.
Amen.
And now as the cantor comes back on the bima, he wants all of our children to come right behind him.
Yes!
Come running up. We need him right behind you. All the children that are left in the room. A few seems to have departed. But we need a parade of all of our children. We're going to take the Torah from the Ark and we're going to let it lead us about. So, come on up. Come on up. Page 12-ish.
על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. אוקיי. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. Good job. Sit over here. Sit right here on the bima.
Right here. Shh. Everybody, what do you think? Is it down on the beam? Right? Oh, there we go. Come on up. No? All right. Hey, there's room for you up here, Wyatt. Come on up. So, a story. One of my favorite stories. All my stories are my favorite stories, but here's one from a long time ago-ish. All right? If there was a guy named, well, his name was, we called him the Baal Shem Tov, which means the guy that was, he had a really good name. He was a rabbi from a long time ago, and he was like our cantor. He preferred music and joy and fun stuff, not services and Jewish life that was quiet and stiff and blah. So the Baal Shem Tov would have all the students come by him for Shabbat. He'd have a whole room full of students, and he'd be sitting for Shabbat, but he'd be praying quietly. And one Shabbat, in the middle of their quiet prayers, all of a sudden the Baal Shem Tov, sitting with all the students deep in thought and prayer, started to laugh so loud in the middle of his prayers. And then he stopped. And all the students said, they had no idea. But they also had a rule, and the rule was you could never ask the Baal Shem Tov why he did anything until the Baal Shem Tov invited you to ask him. All through Friday night, his students were like this. And they couldn't figure out why, right in the middle of their prayers, the rabbi burst into this biggest laughter they'd ever seen. Because he never did that before. He started to laugh in the middle of the service and then stopped. But they couldn't ask him on Friday night. So in Shabbat morning, they were hoping he was going to tell everybody why he laughed. But during Shabbat services in the morning, he didn't tell anybody anything. Shabbat afternoon, while he taught, he didn't tell anybody at all why he laughed. And then when he took a nap in the Shabbat afternoon, that's when he didn't tell anybody anything either. He slept. And he woke up and he took his last meal of the day, and all of his students came together because they were wondering, is this the time when the rabbi's going to tell us why he laughed in the middle of the service? And he didn't say a thing. And then they lit the candle to make Havdalah, and they shared the blessing with the spices and the wine. And finally he said, do any of you have any questions for me? And one of the students said, well, yes, we're wondering why you laughed in the middle of the service last night. And the Baal Shem Tov said, well, I really can't explain it to you, but somebody else can. Come with me. Now, the Baal Shem Tov had 1,000 disciples, 1,000 students, and he had a wagon with a horse, a magical horse. And he said to his students, climb on. Can you get 1,000 people into one wagon with a horse? No, but he could. They all climbed on. Everybody climbed right on top of them. And then he went like this. Can you do that with the horse's rein? Come on. The horse won't go anywhere unless you go. Okay. So the horse, and then the Baal Shem Tov took the reins and threw the reins in the air, and they fell down, and he leaned back. He said, it's a long ride at night, and the Baal Shem Tov fell asleep, and the horse took them all around the wilderness, and the horse jumped over some streams, climbed over a mountain, and finally landed outside a little tiny village called a shtetl. And the corner of the village, way in the back corner of the village, there was a little house, a tiny little house. And this was Still late Saturday night, because this horse was magical. Got them there before the sun even came up. And there was a tiny little house. And the Baal Shem Tov came up to the house. He knocked on the door. And an old-ish man, but really not that old, came to the door with his wife. And with his 2 little children. And he opened the door and he was shocked. He was surprised to see the Baal Shem Tov, the great rabbi, with 1,000 of his students right behind him, all standing at the doorway. Can you get 1,000 people in one doorway? Baal Shem Tov could. So the Baal Shem Tov said, "Are you Moti, the shoemaker?" And Moti said, "Yes, I am Moti, the shoemaker." And he said, "I'm the Baal Shem Tov, I'm the rabbi, and I need to ask you a question." And Moti said, "Listen, if I did anything wrong, I'll ask forgiveness. If I did anything wrong, Rabbi, if I offended you, if I did anything wrong, let me know." And the Baal Shem Tov said, "No, I've got one question for you. Can you tell us what you did last night when you made Shabbat?" Not yet, Olivia. And so Moti said, "Well, it was like this. We were so poor, I didn't fix anybody's shoes all week, and we had no money left. We used the last little bit of money for the last food for our children. We had nothing left at all. And I know my wife was going to be upset because we were going to have a very, very sad Shabbat. We wouldn't have any money for any candles or any challah or any wine or anything to eat at all. And so I said to my wife before I left for services, I said to my wife, I'm going to go to synagogue for services. Don't go out and beg and try to get a coin to buy some food. It'll be too embarrassing. We'll find a way." And so I went to services, and I went and I prayed with all my heart. But it was a sad prayer because I knew there was no food and no wine, no candles, and nothing for us to eat. And so I came home slowly because I couldn't bear seeing my wife and my children. And as I came around the bend in the road, I looked and I saw my house was all bright. It was shining. And I thought, ugh, my wife couldn't stand it, and she went out and she begged to get some coins so she could buy some candles so I wouldn't come home to a dark house on Shabbat. She was so wonderful, he thought. And so he's telling this to the Baal Shem Tov, and the Baal Shem Tov says, "Go on, tell me everything you did last night. Don't leave anything out." So the man said, "I came home, and I opened the door, and there was my wife with a beautiful Shabbat table, a tablecloth and food, and candles, like so much food. I hadn't seen so much food in years. And there were the children all smiling. And I was about to say to my wife, 'How could you?' When she stopped, she said, 'Moti, let me tell you.' And the Baal Shem Tov said, 'So tell me what your wife said to you.' And Moti said, 'This is what my wife said to me. She said to me, Moti, I couldn't stand it that we wouldn't have Shabbat without any coins for food or for candles or for challah or for wine. And I had nothing to do because I had nothing to do. I couldn't prepare any food, so I sat around and I began to clean the house. I cleaned over here, I cleaned over there, and then I found our trunk under the bed. I pulled the trunk out and opened it up, and I found my wedding dress. Remember when we got married? And on my wedding dress, I found we had gold buttons. And when you went off to synagogue that way, I took the 3 gold buttons and I went to town this way. And I sold them. And I got coins. And I was able to buy candles and challah and food. And we were able to have a wonderful Shabbat. So Moti, do you love me the way you loved me when we got married? And I said to her, yes. And she said to me, then let's dance like we're getting married all over again. And so I got up and I danced, and I laughed a laughter that could be heard all over the mountains. And the Baal Shem Tov said, I heard it from 1,000 miles away, and I laughed with you. And then Moti said, was it wrong? Did I make a mistake by laughing and dancing on Shabbat? And the Baal Shem Tov said, no. You're supposed to laugh and dance and sing and be joyful on Shabbat. And because of you laughing and dancing and singing on Shabbat, all my students learned how to do Shabbat tonight. And for that, I'm going to give you a blessing. And he gave them a whole purse of coins and said, from now on, you can make every Shabbat rich and wonderful as long as you make sure to share it with everybody that you can so everybody can dance and sing and laugh on Shabbat. And with that, he gave them a hug and a kiss, climbed onto his cart, went like this, and the horse took him on home. And And ever since then, the Baal Shem Tov and the students have been laughing and singing and dancing on Shabbat. So if you ever see the cantor and me laugh in the middle of Shabbat services, nah. It's our time to laugh during Shabbat services, okay? So guys, laugh and sing and dance. Can we have some laughter? There you go. All right, good. All right, back to you, Steve. Thank you.
Shalom,
Shalom.
Shalom, 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 shalom. Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim B'Dorchei HaMe'ushar. Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim B'Dorchei HaMe'ushar. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Now, we get to go from the laughter to the announcements. We get to go from...
Oh, sorry.
You know what? I may have started something we shouldn't have started. I don't think we started. I think we're continuing it. Gail, could you give us the announcement of laughter and joy?
I will try my best.
You will do great.
It is my pleasure this evening to be representing the Board of Directors, and I'd like to especially thank Naomi Carpio, who's hosting our wonderful Oneg Shabbat in honor of Olivia's birthday. Where's Olivia?
Yay,
Yay, there's Olivia. And of course, all the other September birthdays. The Sisterhood gift shop will be open tonight after services this evening, and the Sisterhood surely appreciates your support. We have so many activities coming up that I'll let you read most of them in your handout, but there's a couple I'd like to highlight for everybody. Tomorrow morning, please join us for our lay-led Shabbat morning service led by Steve Morris, who's in the back. This wonderful service includes a Torah service, reading Kaddish, and a potluck Kiddush lunch. There's many, many high holiday opportunities and services and coming up here in the next few days, like 2 and 10, which makes 12, okay. So if you haven't spoken to Shoni yet in the finance office, she will be here on Sunday night and Monday morning to help if you need tickets. We look forward to sharing these special days of awe together with us. And then finally, the last weekend of September, we'll have lots of celebratory events. Friday, September 28th is our special Sukkot dinner and service welcoming new members. Please RSVP now for dinner as it sells out every year. Sukkot service includes consecration for kindergarten. Do we have any going into kindergarten students here?
Mm-hmm. Wyatt back there.
Wyatt? Where's Wyatt? Okay. Consecrations for kindergarten and new Torah school students and adult birthday and anniversary blessings. Reva and Steve Skoll will be hosting the Oneg Shabbat in celebration of their 50th wedding anniversary.
What?
50.
And they said it wouldn't last.
And on Sunday, September 30th, we will join together again for Simchat Torah, the annual completion where we read the last words and then the first words of the Torah. Family learning begins at 4, Sukkot Yizkor service at 4:30, a dinner at 5:30. Ooh, we're doing a lot of eating that weekend.
Yeah, a lot of
yes.
eating.
Followed by a Simchat Torah service. We look forward to sharing a wonderful month of worship and celebrations with all of you. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Hey, what am I?
Oh, chopped liver.
We would reopen our prayer books to page 12. Thank you, Gail. To page 12, we rise for the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליושב ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
And so at the end of the year, and at the beginning, we mark that flow of the seasons as I mentioned earlier. And so it's also our time to be mindful of those for whom endings and beginnings are also quite poignant and compelling in families, in the family of our congregation. As we remember those who are with us at this time in previous years, lost most recently and lost at this time in years past. We remember J. E. Cohn, the brother to Victor, uncle to Scott. We realize that we can't send enough support and love to Victor and to Scott, as this is 2 deaths within 2 weeks. They've been in Missouri and will be coming back, and we should embrace them with love and with care. Remember at this time, the season of a yahrzeit. We recall the following, and we of course invite you to rise when your dearest one's name is mentioned, and then we'll rise to say Kaddish with you. Remember Carl Astheimer, Jacob B. Casper, and Helen Cohn. Ann Doyne, Frank Elias, Dora Leah Lynn Garell, Celia Gottfried, and David Grossberg. Dorothy Grossman, Dorothy Hockman, Anna Kamholtz, Evelyn Christine, Charlie Lakritz, Sylvia Leibowitz, Ben Levin, Josa A. Lupino, Carl Makiev, Max Matlis, James Neely, Annie O'Neill, Vicki Magnus Pines, and Arthur Prince, Jill Schechter, Louis P. Scher, Ellis Molwitz, Myron Sobel, Pearl Weinstein, Henry Weisswasser, Morris Zamos, Bertha Zimmerman, Morris Zinkin. Would there be additional names to add and to be mentioned today for Kaddish? Then together we rise to recite the words of Kaddish found on page 13. Yit gadal v'kadash shmei rabbah, ba'alma divrach utei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaye chon of yomei chon, v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv, v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach, le'olam olamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yamam v'naseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shmei dekudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birkata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mamav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. We pray that the one who makes peace in the highest of heavens may make peace for each of us who grieves, for each of us who mourns, as we say together, amen. Amen. Now we need to have one more time all of our children back on the bima, because we cannot tear apart a challah and we can't raise up a kiddush cup unless the bima is filled with those young people who are here. So our joy comes from your joy. Come on up.
You take the whole tray? You got it. Good man.
All right. Come on up. Come on up. Max, come on up. Need you. I've been waiting for you, buddy.
Grayson, you want to get your juice, sweetie?
All right.
There you go.
Gail, come on up again. I know you love red wine. Come on up.
Yep.
You love it?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו ואהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כיבדנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים. All right.
Now,
Well done.
we have a special challah. Not the challah like you've seen every other week. This challah, that's right. This challah looks like this.
Ooh.
It's round to show us the years come back to the beginning. So let's go on down so we can share the challah with everybody else, and we can all grab hold of any part of the round part of it, okay? Can you reach? Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, come close. All right, ready? All right, ready. Touch the challah. Everybody, touching the challah. Ready, cantor, we're ready for the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'teyavon. Dig in. Cantor, we finished with the tekiah. Go ahead. Shabbat shalom. Ripping it apart.